Peace and love, y'all. Sister Nzinga here from Flowing and Growing. One of my favorite spots, spinning in a hammock, y'all. But this one ain't my hammock, so I'm traveling. I'm attending a friend's wedding. They happen to have a hammock. I was like, oh my gosh, they got a hammock. So I said, let me get in it. So what's going on, y'all? I hope everybody is fine, doing well. Rolling with the punches, because it can't always be fine. But just give thanks and praise for all the blessings that we do receive. Thank you to my subscribers, man. Thank you to those who push the notification button. Please like, please comment, and let's keep this conversation going on, okay? So yeah, man. We working on emancipating ourselves from mental slavery, and part of that process is to be able to think. I was just having a conversation with a sister here, and we were talking about the mindsets, because actually we were just really just talking about women and in general, as far as the material things that most women have. Most women have at least 75, 100 pair of shoes. Some 50, just say 50 pair of shoes at least. And then plus matching pocketbooks for all of them, and the hats, the scarves, this, that. But anyway, we were just saying that we were just saying we really don't need those things no more. And then I was just picking up another conversation about the things that we do, no, my point was that she was saying that it starts in the mind first. It starts in the mind first to be able to change yourself to not to want those things and not to see value in those things. And that is so true. So I'm referring to the thinking. I made up an acronym, THINK, to take hold of and implement new knowledge. And so in doing so, we have to start really thinking, because it's really not common that people think. People are told to do things, because I want to talk about that a lot of stuff that we do, like, okay, just so when you go outside, make sure you put on some suntan lotion or something, something, whatever. But do we ever stop to look and see what's the ingredients in this product, to see if what's in this product is really good for us? No, we don't. When they tell you that, you're supposed to take your children through these shots that they're supposed to get, from the time they birth and up to like almost 6 or 7 years old, or even older. But do we stop to think and see and say, what's in these shots? What's in this medication? And is this something good for my child? They tell you to if you got a headache, take these certain aspirins. But have you ever checked to see what's in those things? I'm just using all these different examples. And something that really is a kicker for me is that we go to the store and we buy all these products because it says all natural, or for black people's hair, or they even gave you they gave us names for this, and they even gave our hair texture a name, kinky or tight, or I don't know what those all damn things. But we cannot. We have to step back and look at this shit and say that, what, how are these people going to just do this shit for me? How am I just going along with all this stuff? Because now that we know that these people have no good intentions for us, so you have to think before you continue to indulge in these things. They tell you that not to go in the sun because the sun ain't good for you. But do you know that people of melanated skin, and I do got some, I ain't got much melanin, but I do got some melanin. And for those that have melanin, it's important for them to be in the sun. They need to take in that vitamin D on a regular. But telling us they have the sun, This shit is, yo, we have to think, because it ain't illegal yet. It ain't illegal yet. So, and I'm just thinking some other things that they tell you to do, and whatever. Oh, but I know what. Let's go back to the products for the hair. All these things they say is natural hair. African hair, kinky hair. Blah blah blah. But do we ever check to see what are the ingredients in this product and see if it's really something good for us? And the thing about it, most of the people who are making these products don't look like us. We were just brought into a world where it was just, I don't know, I can't say it was ever decent life, because, for a long time, the only point that it was decent was when we were just not colonized, or not enslaved, and we were just living our own natural ways. That's the only time when life was really great. But since then, since these people have come in and invaded our spaces and changed our minds, and, tell us everything that's about us is not good. It's not good to have a thick nose, which is not true. Not good to have nappy hair. Not good to to even for women to have hair on their legs. But that's a whole other conversation. But it's okay for women to have hair on their legs. But white women don't have hair on their legs, so they try to make the fact that we got hair on our legs to be like a bad thing, but it ain't. It's a good thing. Brothers like it. Um, but we've just been told so much stuff about ourselves, about who we are, and to use this, to use that. But are we not? But now that we know, that we have to think, because it ain't illegal yet, about the things that they tell us. You have to check it out, see what it is for real, see what the ingredients are in certain products. So you have to see if it's good for you, because really, then we do know some people have known and some people don't. Some people, of different nationalities has different genes, and their DNA pattern is different. And so there's some things that may be good for this person, but may not be good for the next. So we have to really be mindful when we just go and just do things just because it's not just something that we just do. I mean, people, especially with something when it comes to all these uh, marinades and seasonings. That say this seasoning's for chicken, this seasoning's for ribs, this seasoning's for shrimp. See what's in it. See if you can concoct your own thing. Because what they do is, in order for those things to stay fresh, they have to put so many preservatives, which is chemicalized and everything. So it's really not good for you. That's the thing. We really have to just think and stop just going along. And then another thing that's about this thing here too is that in America they tell you that a car is no good after it has 100,000 miles on it. But that is so not true. You could travel to other places and see these people are running cars, and these cars have almost up anywhere between 100 or 200,000 miles on it. A vehicle, it is still running as long as you continue with the maintenance on the vehicle. It will still continue to run. I mean, unless there's accidents, different things, just not just across the board things. So there's always some circumstances. But for the most part, these vehicles are still okay. But see, the life in America, they want to, first of all, it's the prestige, because they want everybody, to be riding around, a new car. You'd be sitting there, flossing and everything by having a new car. But you shouldn't care about that kind of stuff. You shouldn't, but I know we grew up and we do care. That's what we have been taught, to care about how something looks versus the value of something itself. But in America, they want you just to keep buying a new car. They're not gonna, they won't even inspect the car. They won't even do certain repairs on the car. They stop making parts of the cars, because they just tell you, don't move that shit. No, we need you to buy a new car. And that's for the purposes of them. It's not for the fact that car is not able to run at that high mileage. But I'm just saying this. I just want you guys to think, because we have been bamboozled and hoodwinked. We really have. And so, something else that's really important is the fabric, the makeup of the clothing that you're wearing. There's certain things that all these elastic stuff, the stretchy stuff and everything there, you just got rubber on you. It's plastic. It doesn't allow your skin to breathe. And so it's really not good for you. You really should wear as natural clothing as you can, at least with some cotton, linen. I know it wool in the wintertime or something, but all these are things that we have to start thinking about, because we were never taught these things, because these things were just given to us in a way that it made the most money for the producers of these things. So what we have to start doing now is thinking, because it ain't illegal yet, y'all. So please think about whatever you do, whatever you're getting into, whatever you're wearing, whatever because I think I did one video was talking about what you putting on your body is just the same as what you put in your mouth, that you have to be concerned about it. That's what I was just talking about, the suntan lotion, the other lotions and potions, all that stuff that they putting on there. They telling you before our skin, they say we got dry skin. They have created our skin to be dry by all I'm a great cuss, all the messed up products that they have given us over the years. They made our hair dry and brittle because the products that they gave us over the years. So now it's down to then they come up with a remedy. That's what I'm saying. They will do shit and then come up with a remedy. But the bottom line is that they did it. They made money off of you already with the shit that they did, what you bought and so forth. And then now here comes the remedy. Then you got to buy that from them to get the remedy. Oh my gosh. Do you see the games? Do you see the bullshit? I mean, I could go on and talk forever about this stuff here, but y'all, we have to start being mindful, and we cannot take whatever they say for face value. And I'm talking about this system. This is not about you hating nobody. It's about you loving up on yourself. You see what I'm saying? It's about you loving up on yourself and finding what's best for you, because you do have options. We don't have to just do as we're told anymore. We don't have to go where they say we need to go. None of that. We just have options to do the things that we want to do, and live the way that we want. Because we're free. Take your freedom back. Take your power back. So, y'all, again, I just say, work on emancipating yourself from mental slavery. And I want you to think, because it ain't illegal yet. God loves you, so do I.